What's up YouTube? This is No More Op4. If you happen to stumble upon my page from a Google search or something like that, or on a forum, basically what I do is I'm a reviewer of guns and gear. I also do videos on survival and hunting, basically anything that has to do with self-sufficiency, survival skills, that sort of thing, making you a stronger individual and giving you insight on products and things like that that will help you become one. Today's specific review is going to be on GSI's Pinnacle Dualist cooking eating kit. Get into the specs in a second, but basically it is a kit that's designed for the backpack camper. It's got an efficient nesting system that allows for the maximum space and weight efficiency, which we'll get into in a second here. The kit consists of a 1.8 liter pot, 2 food bowls, 2 drink bowls, 2 sporks. They call them foons or something like that. I don't know what that means, but it sounds pretty stupid. But the included carry sack also doubles as like a wash basket too. So that's a basic description. Let's get it open here and I'll show you what's inside. Okay, so taking a look at the GSI kit, Pinnacle Dualist. Here is the little wash basket slash carrying case that you want to use. You can retains its shape pretty well. It's like welded almost, and could use this as a wash basin, I guess. Lid comes off just by squeezing it and pulling it. You can see that mine got a little bit too close to the fire when someone who shall remain unnamed was a little lacking on their cooking duties. Here is the lid. It has a strainer. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see that. I'll probably demonstrate it here for you in a second. Set that aside. Alright, now that we're getting into the insides here, I want to talk a little bit about the nesting as we go through each point. What nesting is basically just fitting a whole bunch of stuff or a system into one container so it comes out and expands basically into a whole bunch of separate things. If you go on GSI's website, you'll be able to see exactly what I'm talking about. They have an illustration of just that. Now, you saw that I had my Gigapower, just an isobutane propane canister in this top container, which is actually not just one container. It is a food bowl and a drink bowl. This has this little insulation that works decently well. It comes with these little cups for the insulating ones. They actually work pretty well. There's a steam lid up there and then a little sippy cup for you if you're a baby. But no, they work pretty well, to be honest. It's a good system, I think. And in the other one, which is again the same system, here are the sporks, as I like to call them. My MSR pocket rocket that goes along with the fuel canister, and then same setup: food, drink, keep something warm, broth, soup, whatever you have. So now I wanted to talk about the most important feature of this cooking set. It is the pot itself. It is a 1.8 liter pot. It's made of hard anodized aluminum. It has a non-stick coated inside, and the technology here, the Pinnacle technology is what GSI calls it, has to do with the way that the Teflon coating is, I guess, on the metal. It's called radiance technology. Basically what it is, it's designed specifically for campwear use, and the metal, I guess, has to do with the coating that they engineer to make the heat dispersion on the bottom when you're cooking spread evenly, so you don't have hot spots on different pots. You know, you'll see that a lot of times with older pots and pans and things of that nature. And the other thing just has to do that they engineered this, I guess, is the fact that it's designed to really stand up to tough conditions. So if you are setting it right next to a fire or something like that, or you do have a pocket rocket burning on high right underneath it, it is designed to stand up to that, which is a good thing. next thing I wanted to talk about was just the specs on the pots here. These little pots are 20 ounce. Both of these are 20 ounces. One's just called an insulated mug. This is just considered a food bowl. In the description it says 2 sip tops. The forks, as we talked about, fork spoons, foons, whatever you want to call them. And then the sink basket here. The entire dimensions when everything is stuffed into its pack is 5.9 inches by 6.9 by 5.9. So, and the weight comes in at 20.7 ounces, which is pretty amazing for something that gives you as many options and is as durable as this pot is. Now, before I get to actually cooking something, I just want to go over some of the pros and cons as I see. Obviously, everything that I've just described is a pro. It's lightweight, great size, great dimensions on here, super durable, doesn't really... I can't really say anything bad about the quality of the materials as far as you know, when it relates to actually cooking something. Now, some of the other aspects are a little bit of room for improvement, I would say. Specifically, this little piece right here. I understand why they put that on there, but if you're the kind of person that doesn't have a stove like one of these, you have to cook this right next to a fire, and sometimes it can get a little hot next to fires. Consequently, someone wasn't paying attention and this melted a little bit. Put it a little bit closer so you can see. No big deal, it still keeps my hand safe, and I've got a grabber, a pot lid grabber that I can use if it was that hot. My only other complaint with it is the fact that they used a plastic slash polymer, whatever you want to call this, lid. I have seen that there is a stainless steel kit online for the same price. I don't know what I think about that because everything is stainless steel, but I don't have any experience with it either. But this, I haven't had any experience with it, but I've seen some other people that if they've left this on the pot, it's been cooking for a long time, it starts to melt around the side. But most of the time, when I'm cooking, I just have this, and it's just cooking like that, because this thing, if it's cooking, the MSR Pocket Rocket, if you're using a stove or anything else similar to that, is heating this liquid up so fast that the cold air that might be getting in on top is not at all slowing the process. So putting this on really doesn't affect me in that situation. You know, if you really need to have a metal covering, you probably need a different system altogether depending on what you're trying to cook. But just my 2 cents, this has worked for me. But I've done enough talking. Let's throw this thing on the MSR and cook something. I'm hungry too. So I've got the Pinnacle Dualist sitting on top of my MSR Pocket Rocket right now, about to heat just a little bit of water, about a cup, a little bit more than that probably, and I'm cooking, or I'm going to make, some Backpacker's Pantry granola with bananas. This is one of the good ones. I really enjoy this. I hear the blueberry one's good too, but I've never tried it. Makes 2 servings, but I've been known to demolish these in the morning. And this is about ready to go, so I'm going to take it off here and get some food in my belly. So that was my review on the Pinnacle Dualist kit by GSI. In my opinion, an excellent choice for anyone who's trying to leave themselves with some options out in the wood. Being versatile is always a good thing when you're out in the woods, regardless of your application. If you're a backpack camper or a hunter or a hiker, or maybe this is even in your bailout bag in something like a shit hits the fan survival scenario. It can work, man. And to be totally honest, in my bailout bag, guess what cooking kit's in it? This one is, and that's the one that's coming with me. You know, when weight and size are a big deal, this is the one that I'm grabbing. So definitely something for you to check out at just about $60. It is a little expensive, but comparatively speaking, when you consider quality and the content of what you're getting, that's not that bad of a price. There's a lot more overpriced and under-delivering cooking sets out there. So do your research. Keep an eye out for those. Anyway, Again, guys, this is No More Op 4. Appreciate all subscriptions and support. If there's a certain kind of video you want to see, hit me up, man. I'm not one of those people that doesn't respond to their viewers. Post a comment on my channel or on the bottom of the video, and I'll try to get some videos out, particularly whatever you're interested in. So, as always, stay safe. This is No More Op 4. I'm out.